Welcome to Stretch. Today we are focusing on lower body. So about 20 minutes of really diving into that lower body. And if you're just joining me for the first time this morning or afternoon or after work or whatever it might be, that's okay. I'm going to warm you guys up. We'll go slowly into it. But again, this is stretch. So please do not pull, just stretch. And we are going to hit all this area here. So what we're going to do as our warm up is, I'm going to show you at an angle here, is we are going to lean slightly back and kind of warm up through the core here. So just gently, you don't have to have a lot of weight on your arms, and just gently rock back and forth. So I want you to think of this almost as a massage. Ooh, that hurts the side of my hip where I fell. So I'm not going to go as far. And you can go all the way over, but if you want to go all the way down onto your knee, this side of my leg is ripped up. I fell while I was hiking yesterday, and just, of course it's going to be me that falls, right? But I had no traction on my shoes, and I ate doo-doo. All right, so feel that kind of massage. You can almost feel those areas, working the core, working through the low back, and let's hold it center. We're going to come up onto our sit bones and grab your shins or maybe just the back of your thighs, and we're going to warm up through the spine here, flat back, and then round. Think of this as like a seated cat-cow. Round, and if you want to open your knees wider and kind of experiment, drop your chin to your chest. And then if you want to open wider again, and then drop. And then again, and then drop. Good. Noticing the range of motion getting a little bit further. And now as you go further, let's push up and then back. So we're going to really go into that butterfly, open the hips. Hands are on the shins to press your chin and chest forward, and then round. 2 more times. So notice right now we're actively stretching. If you're already warm, that's awesome. If not, this should still feel really, really good. Hold it into your butterfly. So go ahead and stay in your butterfly. And we're going to find those sit bones again, spine nice and straight. Go ahead and either grab onto your shins, your ankles, or feel free to peace sign your fingers into your toes. Roll the shoulders, lift the chin and chest, and extend forward. Now, we're focusing on that lower body, so I want you to think of your spine as a long ladder, and a ladder isn't crushed, right? So we want to open up that ladder. So feel that through the hips. Round the shoulders, feel free to gently drop down. Notice now how that stretch, stay right where you're at. When we're rounded, notice how that stretch gets a little deeper in that low back, and just gently look down. Relax your jaw, relax your upper body. Relax your shoulders. So shoulders even underneath, or elbows underneath the shoulders, will help press. And you could be here wherever you need to, and take a breath. Now while you're here, lift that chin and chest forward. Use your hands to push that chest forward wherever they may be, and really lengthen that spine again. Slowly, come on up, shake it out. Excellent. So we are going to go into that IT band. So let's go into a little tabletop here, and round the back into your cat first. Exhale and arch. Now as we arch, elbows point towards your knees, extend that chin and chest, lengthening through our belly, through our hips, our back, and then release it. Going into the lower body, take your right leg, extend it straight out. Make sure your hips are facing your mat, shift your weight back. So feel that stretch of the back of the knee, and then almost like the top of the calf, right? Feels really good. And then release. Take that right leg, cross it over your left leg, and then we're going to look over your left shoulder. So what I'd like for you to do, hopefully you can see this correctly, is shift your weight back towards the heel, and then really look over. So it looks like that from the side, crossing over, right, and then looking over to your left. So right leg crosses over and look over your left. Feel that stretch go all the way along that side. Uncross your legs. So stay right where you're at. Uncross your legs. Now this time when you shift back, bend your back knee and then shift back further. Maybe your knee hovers, but feel that stretch through the Achilles. That's right by that ankle. And then straighten it up again. Take a breath, cross again. Now the second time, shift your weight back a little further. Look over that left shoulder, but this time take your right shoulder and extend it further, kind of making a C shape with your spine. Notice that deep stretch, the side of the body. Back back to center, and then open your knees wide, and let's go into a little child's pose. So even that child's pose stretches through the hips and low back. Open those knees nice and wide, just relax your head. Feel free to extend those arms out, or if you'd like, just bend your elbows and rest your head. Use your fingertips to shift your weight back. Now if this bothers your knees, keep your hips up and just extend through your back. All right, so totally up to you how you're feeling. Maybe you open your knees wider. Maybe you shift back and forth. And then bring it back to center. Lift yourself back up to that tabletop and just give yourself a little wiggle. So we're going to do the other side. Left leg extends back, leg is straight. Shift your weight back, stretching through the calf. Now, if you're feeling your back arch, if you tilt that pelvis and really engage through your core, you'll feel a deeper stretch to your calf and a stretch all the way through your spine. Back to center. Take that left leg, cross it over your right, shift your weight back and look over your right shoulder. So this is what it looks like from the front. Left leg crosses over, and then look over your right shoulder. Shift your weight back. Really lengthen through the left side of the body, all the way down the side of that leg. Stay right where you're at. Uncross the legs this time. Shift your weight back, but bend the knee. Now we're getting into that Achilles, right? That little triangle section right by your heel. Straighten your leg again. Get back into that back of the knee. Release, and let's do that cross one more time. So that second time we cross, we're going to shift a little further, and we're going to look over our right shoulder again, but this time take your left shoulder and bring it up. So really lengthening the left side of the body. Should feel really good. Kind of in a pretzel a little bit, I get it. So many active muscles here. Gently uncross. Open those knees wide. Sit back into your child's pose. Feel free to wiggle a little. If you need to stretch out your wrists, you can do that too while you're here, whatever feels good. And then just hold it in that child's pose with those knees wide. Take a breath. Exhale. Press your heels closer. Now while you're here, imagine not just pushing back, but taking your tailbone, lifting it slightly up and then back. So lengthening the spine both directions. Exhale and release. Now, let's lift up. We're going to open through those hips again. So what we're going to do is we're going to keep our knees wide and slowly lay on our belly. Notice how the feet kind of come up, and everyone's going to be different. So the inner thighs are what's on the earth, and you can have your arms to your side. You could be here, whatever. Just try not to sit up and arch your back. Now, maybe you try to open up into more of a L shape with those legs. And if your feet don't touch, that's fine. They probably won't. And just hold it here. So notice those inner thighs, the hip flexors. Ooh. You can even shift a little closer to bend the knees a little deeper. And that's okay if your feet aren't touching the ground. Gently, to come out of this, the easiest way to come out of it is to push yourself forward, lift your booty up to squeeze your inner thighs together, and then gently drop onto your belly, drop. Let's hold it here, feel free to wiggle. Rest your head wherever you feel comfortable, whichever cheek, and then just arms at your side for a second. We're going to get into the quads and then finish off with our glutes and periformis. So from here, you can lift up and hold it halfway. Take your right arm or your left, we're going to grab behind and grab one foot. Now, once we're there, square your shoulders back down and then roll your shoulder blade back. Squeeze your inner thighs together. Now, you can either touch your foot or if you can grab your ankle, go right ahead. And imagine pressing your hip down towards the earth. Now, from here, you can flex your foot if you can grab onto the ankle and lift your knee slightly up. As if you're drawing your heel up to the sky. Notice that hip flexor quad. Gently release. Gently let go. And shake it out if you need to. So let's do the other side. Left leg, you can grab your foot or your ankle. You can even use a towel or something if you have a hard time, or if your pants are loose, you can grab your pants wherever you like. Starting by squeezing the inner thigh. Keep your knee down. Press your hip down towards the earth. Now feel free to grab the ankle, flex your foot, and lift up. Slowly release. Slowly let that leg fall. Arms at your side. Just turn your head the other direction, even if it feels a little awkward. Just kind of even that body out. Using those hands underneath the shoulders, gently push yourself back up. Sit yourself into a little child's pose. Maybe the knees are closer. And then slowly come on up and release. So what we're going to do is we're going to roll over onto our backs and finish off with a little figure 4 here, really getting into those glutes and low back. So take your time as you roll onto your back. Hold it here. Feel free to rock back and forth. Maybe create a couple circles, one way or the other. And then hold it here. Drop your right leg all the way down. Feel that stretch the hip flexors. Bringing that left leg onto that rib cage, working that digestive system as well. So we have lots of benefits, even though we're just focusing on lower body today. Let's bend the right leg so the foot is flat. Take your left foot into a figure 4 and just gently press that left knee away. So imagine pushing that left knee away from your left shoulder, really getting into that hip flexor here. Now release the hand. Let's bring it up. You can hold it here. You can cradle your leg or take your left arm, thread it through the hole, and then grab your right thigh. Now if you're choosing to do this, use your left elbow as a tool to bring your left knee away from you. And let's flex this foot so we have nice straight ankle. Can you feel right through that butt cheek? It's on the other side, but right through those glutes. That Periformis muscle, your gluteus, maybe even your low back. And while you're here, left leg is crossed or in that L. Take your body just slightly to the right, just barely, not too much, kind of where your left knee is in line with your left shoulder, or you can release it. And notice that stretch get more on the outside of the hip. So if you just finished a class with me and we were working glutes, we did those curtsy lunges, this is the spot right here. Maybe you're just super tight there. Slowly release. Gently drop down. Excellent. Let's extend that left leg up and then out. Imagine drawing the heel as far away from the hip as possible. Now the right knee comes in. Take a breath. All right, bend the left leg. Right leg lifts up for just a second, and then let's take it to that figure 4 and push your right knee away from your shoulder. Feel that stretch right through that hip flexor here. So a lot of times we think our back hurts because our back is tight. Well, really, it's because the front of our body is so tight that our alignment is completely off. So we need to not just stretch the area that you feel has the pain, but all the surrounding and opposing muscles as well. So let's hold it here, bend, and draw that knee away from you. And you can thread the needle if you choose. Let your legs sink into your thigh and your thighs sink into your chest. Take a slow, deep breath. Just sink into it. You're going to notice one side tighter than the other. That's normal. And let's lean slightly to the left. So if your right leg is in that 4, you're going to slightly to the left. All right. Now you can let go, and if you'd like, you can just press it in. Notice that stretch right on the outside of this hip. Feels so good. Definitely one of my favorite stretches. We carry a lot of tension and stress in our hips. And so, not to mention, we work them a lot. Every time we step, every motion that we do comes from those hips, legs, joints. Get back to center. Drop the left leg, right leg extends. Take your right leg extended as far out as you can. Left leg extends out as far as you can. Arms up as big as you can. Big reach both directions for me, please. Exhale, release the arms to your side. For just a moment, we have one more stretch. So we got into the hip flexors, the glutes, the piriformis, the calves, the IT band, right? So we really, really got into it. So let's just bend the left leg, bring your right leg straight up. And it can be slightly bent, but it's not how close your leg comes to your body. It's all about lengthening from your hip up into your hamstring, into your knee. So draw your toes towards your shin, and imagine drawing your heel up to the sky. Take a slow, deep breath. As you exhale, we're going to lift our body up towards, doesn't have to go high. Slowly release it. Now, keeping your chest down, bring that leg a little closer. If you have to bend your knee, it's too much. Extend that right leg out. Exhale, bend it. Left leg comes on up. So same thing. Let's just go ahead, bring that leg wherever you feel comfortable. Lift your heel up to the sky and your toes towards your shins. Take a breath, and as you exhale, bring your body towards your leg. Slowly release the upper body. Lower body comes closer if you feel comfortable doing so. If it starts to bend, you've gone too far. Extend that leg all the way out. Let's extend both legs out, arms all the way over that big reach, as if someone's pulling your arms, someone's pulling your legs, your rib cage is expanded, your spine is long. Inhale. Exhale, let your arms fall to your side, wiggle anything out. Hug your knees into your chest, rock back and forth right where we started. Beautiful. Hold it center. Arms out to a T. Let's finish off here with a little spinal twist. Take your knees over to one side. Just hold it there. Now, arms are open. Palms are up to the sky. If you'd like to look over your shoulder, you can. If it doesn't touch, that's fine. Just settle in for a moment. Take a slow, deep breath. Notice that entire body just sort of wringing itself out. If you need a little deeper stretch, since we're only doing this once and you want to straighten that top leg, you can. If you want to grab your toes, you can. Slowly release it. Gently through the center. If you want to hug back and forth, you can. And then when you're ready, let's take it over to the other side. Again, palms are open. You can look over your shoulder if you choose. If your shoulder comes up, that's okay. Then settling in right here. If you choose to straighten that right leg, you can. If you want to grab your toes, you can. Feel that all the way through the side of the body, IT band, all the way down to the bottom of the knee. Just focus your breath right on that area that you're feeling the most tension. Should feel really good. Remember, stretching should be just a light stretch, not a pull, nothing painful. Then release the hand, take it back to center. When you're ready, bring those knees back in, hug it back and forth, rock it. Maybe you go circles again. And when you're ready, you could cross your toes and rock back and forth for a little massage, or push yourself into a seated position. So however you need to go into a seated position, let's go ahead, just sit however you're comfortable. If you want to bring your legs out, you can bring your legs out. Find those sit bones no matter where you're at. Thank you so much for joining me. If you have any questions, please feel free to message me or comment suggestions. You can message me private. You can message me right in the comments. And if you're not already a member of Sweat Cardio membership online, we would love to have you do more of our full-length classes. So have a fabulous day. The badass in me honors the badass in you. We will do some more of these 20-minute stretches. So look for us on a Wednesday for upper body. So have a great day. Namaste. Hi. If you like this video, click the link below or in the pinned comments and we'll send you 2 members-only videos. One stretch class and one HIIT cardio yoga class that will make you feel strong, confident, and ready to take on the world. So just click that link, put your name, your email, and you'll get full access to both classes. Now, if you like our YouTube channel, make sure you subscribe, click that bell, comment, and like all our classes that you've been taking so we can keep giving you more. We look forward to seeing you in our next Sweat Fit Fam class. Have a great day.